We live.
Hey, Shalawam. Hey, we the brothers of the GMS Louisiana camp, but we coming at you with a quick sit down, man. We're gonna get into you with a straight lesson tonight. But before we get started, we're gonna give all praise and glory to Yahweh,
Yahawah,
Yahawah,
Bahasham,
bahasham,
Yahawashi,
Yahawashi,
Bahasham,
Bahasham,
Dash.
Yahawah
Kadash.
Dash.
The bonus to the apostles and elders, great millstone, peace and blessings to the son Siakim, pushing his truth all over the world. Shalom, keep pushing.
Shalom.
Hey, but we're gonna get into it, man. Like I saying, it's still going on. It's still a big misconception going on that who, the most high people are and who he's coming to redeem in this time, man. Everybody's still thinking, everybody can get on board and make it. It don't matter, what nation it is, but we're here to tell you tonight that ain't the case. It's only a certain nation that's gonna make it out of this, man. And then within the nation, there's a remnant within our nation of the nation Israel that's gonna make it out of this. So, contrary to what you believe, you didn't heard in them harlot houses that everybody's gonna make it. This is a big picnic type of deal and the kingdom for everybody, but that ain't the case. And we're gonna get straight into it with the precepts to prove it, man. And that we just ain't talking out our neck. This is all written down in the scriptures, man. And like I said, we're gonna go ahead and get into it and prove it to you people out here.
Got
You
some.
go ahead. Come on.
This is Psalms chapter 147, verse 19. It says, "And he shewed his word unto Jacob, his statute and his judgments unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation, and as far as his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord, Yahweh."
Yeah. The Most High, the creator of heaven and earth and everything between, man, he's only dealing with one nation. That's the nation Israel. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. He's only dealing with us.
That's right.
It's like, I don't know why it's so hard to understand. It's all throughout the scriptures. It's all in the Old Testament niggas is in the Old Testament too. Why is it so hard to understand and comprehend that, man? He's only dealing with us. Like he's saying, hey, he loved us, man. He don't love any other nation. And that's straight to the point. Hey, I know it sounds harsh and cruel, but hey, like I saying, we ain't here to, you know, uh, sugarcoat things for you. We're here to and lay it out flat out, man. Because here it is, everybody want to be rough and rugged. So guess what? The men of the Lord, we could be rough and rugged too, man. We gonna give it to you raw, and that sort of that term that Jake like to use. You like it raw, so guess what? We giving it to you raw, man, uncut.
I
You
got a
know,
question
Hey,
real quick.
I would say if I might add on to that, yeah, think
hmm
about it. Who was there with Moses on the Mount Sinai when his word, the statutes, and the judgment was given out? It was only
Good.
Israel. That's why it says he showed his word unto Jacob, statutes and judgment unto Israel. With no other nation of people there with them, and you can't find in history where the Lord has dealt with any other nation. But you got it.
Good. Yeah, and to add to that, did he say, "Hold on, wait, let me go get the other nations real quick"? We missing somebody.
Mm.
He said, "No, I'm dealing with Israel, man. I'm giving you these laws, statutes, and commandments, and these ordinances.
That's right.
And that's it."
Come.
Go
You
ahead,
got
real
some on
quick.
board?
Yeah, just to back up
Mm-hmm.
what Kayal just said, this Amos 3:1. Hear this word that Yahweh have spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. So just backing the brother up, man. We were the only nation that the Lord brought out of Egypt. Now we did have servants. There were certain heathen that were joined unto us, but they didn't receive the law. They didn't make a covenant. That's why the Lord says, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, you only have I known. That's plain. You got it, Kabar.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, hey, can I get out another translation right quick?
Come on, come on.
Mm.
That's Amos 3, verse 2 in the NIV. You only have I chosen of all the
Ooh.
families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your sins.
Gunsmoke. That's plain.
Right?
Plain.
The chosen people. You only have I chosen. That's plain.
Yep.
Good. That's straight to the point right there. That's you can't get around that. Man, that's boy. that's nailed to the cross right there.
Lord.
But yet we bring them out, and you niggas still don't believe it, man. You know, you still fighting and scratching for Esau Edom to get in there, man. You know, you still trying to bend the scriptures and twist them and turn them and all this kind of mess. It don't work with us, man. You know, and here it is. That's why you niggas run out them church houses, man. Now you starting to see, you know, where the truth is coming from. You know, you got tired of hearing that BS that, you know, Reverend Rip Tips was talking about. Oh, you know, the Lord coming back for everybody. Everybody gonna have a big chicken dinner. We all gonna just sit around and have a good old time. Everybody, the same people that's kicking you in your ass, y'all gonna be hugging each other and loving each other. Nah, that ain't the case, man. You know, it ain't no love when we out down on plantation and a so-called white man standing over your ass and telling you what to do all day. You know, you don't see us equal. Oh, you got it, bro. Go ahead, you got it.
It's like I was just gonna say, bro. Hey, our people have syndrome. You know, they love their oppressor, no matter how hard they beat them in their head. You know, work them, whip them in their backs, shoot them dead in the street. Our people love their oppressor, man. You know, but you got it, bro.
Hey, and look, backing you up on what you're saying, they don't want salvation for everybody for the other nations. They want salvation to be for everybody, strictly for your enemy, for your Edomite. That's it.
Yeah, they never ask how come Ammon can't be saved? How come Ishmael can't be saved? They don't care about everybody. They care about Esau. But if I can get real quick, I want to go into this word known because the brother read the NIV version. This in the Hebrew for the word known in Amos 3:2 is Yadai. It says to know, to perceive, to discriminate, to distinguish. So we're discriminated. You know, the Lord discriminates the nation of Israel from the other nations. It says to be acquainted with, to be made known, to make oneself known, to be instructed. Let me read this again. It says, you only have I known. You only have I instructed. We're the only ones that were given the law, statutes, and commandments. It says to make oneself known, to reveal oneself. So we're the only nation that the Lord really revealed himself to. He reveals himself to the heathen through judgment, through, you know, mass death, floods. All right, the Lord is known by his judgment to the heathen. To us, he knows us through the scriptures, through YAHAWASHI. He revealed YAHAWASHI to the nation of Israel. The Lord said, I've only come for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. You got it,
I could back you up quick. This is Joel 2:27. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord, your power, in key word, and none else. And my people shall never be ashamed. And if y'all know something about key words, that's a key word right there. It says none else. The Lord only be for us.
Plain.
Man, that's more gun smoke. Good, right?
Yeah.
But hey, like I said, we could keep dropping these, man. You know, precept after precept, but you hard headed, especially 2/3 of the nation of Israel. You just ain't gonna get it, understand it, man. You know, but we're gonna set the record straight anyway. We still gonna say it. We don't care if you heard this 1,000 times. We still gonna drill it 2,000 more times, as long as we here. You know, Lord, we ain't here that long, but still, we still gonna drill it every day, man. And you know, this ain't gonna never change, man. And guess what? We're gonna be them people forever and ever, man. That ain't gonna change either. You know, in the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom ain't gonna translate back to Edom or Ishmael or, you know, or Ham. It's gonna stay with Israel, man. And he always gonna have that love for the nation of Israel. And this is point blank, period.
When you read Malachi, 3:6, it says, the Most High changes not, therefore the sons of Jacob shall not be consumed. The Lord's immutability, his inability to change, is why we're not going to be consumed, is why we're never going to be confounded, is why the heathen are never going to come back in our land again, because the Lord don't change. So that was the Old Testament, this is the New Testament. That's not in the scriptures. The Lord didn't say, I changed 2,000
Yeah.
years ago. I changed my mind.
Good. Like when YAHAWASHI said, man, you know, when he came, he was dealing with Israel. He said he came to fulfill the law, man. You know, and that law was given to who? Israel.
Israel.
Yeah.
Hey,
And
I
I
got
know.
one to back you up too on that.
You got it.
It's Psalms 89, verse 34. My covenant will I not break, nor alter the thing that is gone out of my lips.
They say, hey, he was covenant he won't break, man. And like I said, who made that covenant with? Us again. You know? And only us. Say we the only ones, man. So you know, even though Ham and you know the Cushites, they look similar to Jake. Guess what? Y'all ain't Jake, man. And you never will look like the Southern Kingdom. You never will be the Southern Kingdom, man. You know, you came out of Ham. You didn't come out of Jacob. You know, all them freaking them bubble-headed, you know, Ethiopians over there claiming they the people. Y'all ain't the people, man. Your progenitor is Ham. You know. If you your brothers got some, pull it and you break it down.
All right. This is Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. It says, "For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power had chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth." All right. Hey, that's clear as day, but you know, I want to grab that word. What does it say? Holy. I want to get that in the Strongs, man. All right. It's Strong's H 6918. All right. It says sacred, holy, holy one, saint, set apart. All right. We are set apart from these other nations. And then you ask yourself, all right, well, how are we set apart? We were given the law, statutes, and commandments to make sure we were set apart. That's the defining thing, you know, between Israel and other 17 nations. All right, we were given a way in an ordinance to follow, ordinances to follow. All right.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to say something?
Yeah, I could back you up with this precept right here, going along with what you just said. This is 2nd Esdras 5 and 27. And among all the multitudes of people, thou hast gotten thee one people.
That's right.
And unto this people whom thou lovest, thou gavest a law that is approved of all. So backing up what the brother Kalai just said right here, that's how you know we are distinguished from everybody else, because we have that law.
That's right.
We the only ones who have to abide by that law, and further must show that we are the Lord's people. We are His chosen.
Yeah. You holding something, Kabor? You got something to say?
Yeah, I got some. I got two.
You got it. Okay.
All right, so Jeremiah 31, verse 1. At the same time, saith the Lord, will I be the power of all the families of Israel, and they shall be my people. That's the Lord saying out his own mouth. Hey, Israel are my people.
Mm-hmm.
Simple and plain.
Like it. Good. Hey, look at that X5 and 31. And like I said, we could do this all night with y'all, you know?
That's right.
Yep.
You know, we can, you know, whether you want it the new or you want it out the old, it don't matter. We got it for you, Jake. You know,
It
and
don't change.
yeah, and you heathens too. If you send, you know, watching this, you can get this work too. You know, you know, hey, we gonna drill the point home to you, man. Because right now, you about to say something? Yeah, like I'm saying, hey, we getting in these last days, and we getting the dust clear, man. That who's getting out of here? You know, who's salvation for? You know, because right before this chariot come and pick up, you're gonna be, you know, it ain't gonna be no misunderstandings who they coming to deliver. You know, you had some more.
Con, I was gonna ask Kalai if you're still in Deuteronomy.
I go grab it right now.
Con, get Deuteronomy 4 and 6, because this is gonna back up what Bayan just said. Because if the commandments were only given to us, and the commandments are a part of what makes us holy and separate, then obviously, actually, the brother's just going to read it. It's going to tell you.
God, this is Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 6. It says, keep therefore and do them.
Start at 5, Baba Kushah, Salaki.
God, it says, behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my power commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it.
Right. And as we open with in Psalms 147, he had not dealt so with any nation. He taught us statutes. So what does that mean? It's going to tell you.
Verse 6, keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
Right. So the commandments were given to Israel, and the commandments are wisdom in the sight of the nations. So how can all the nations be saved and be equal and be together if the commandments were only given to one people, and the commandments are the reason it makes us separate and holy is so that the nations can learn from us. They could look and see an example of righteousness, an example of perfection. They're supposed to see the Most High in us. They're not supposed to look to themselves to be holy people. They're heathen. The commandments are what make us, outside of our spirit, of course, the commandments make us separate and holy. Just backing the brother up. You got it up.
Kind of, yeah, and they did, make us separate and holy, man. But Jake wanted to be down in the mud with the heathens, though,
Yeah.
They wanted to go make covenants with the heathen. Here it is, you on top. The Most High power is dealing with you, but yet you say to hell with all that. You want to be like a dirtbag Edomite, or a low life Ishmaelite, man. What kind of sense is that? Who wants to be royalty and then go in to be a peasant, man? That don't make no sense. But Jake, we did it, and here we are, messed up today, man.
I got something for you.
Come. Hey. And and here we are, man. Because Jake wanted to be down in the trenches and in the mud with these heathens, But here we are, YAHAWASHI raised up a remnant, man, in order to say, oh, well, something ain't right. This ain't how shit supposed to be, And we saying, hey, we are those holy and separate people, and we back on our feet, and saying that,
That's right.
You got it, Halalyam.
Hey, just backing you up, brother, because it's a recompense for us not following the law, statutes, and commandments and going off from our power, right? And you got people. I've ran into many Jakes over the years, and the main question is, why are our people, predominantly, the tribe of Judah, but why are our people in these positions that they are in today's life? And this is about to tell you. This is the book of Baruch, chapter 1, verse 17. It says, for we have sinned before Yahweh and disobeyed him, and have not hearkened unto the voice of the Lord our power, to walk in the commandments that he have gave us openly, since the day that the Lord brought our forefathers, Shalakim, out of the land of Egypt unto this present day, Salah. We have been disobedient unto the Lord our power, and we have been negligent in hearing his voice. Wherefore the evils cleaved unto us, and the curses which the Lord appointed by Moses his servant at the time that he brought our fathers out of the land of Egypt, to give us a land that flowed with milk and honey, like as it is to see this day. Nevertheless, we have hearkened not unto the voice of the Lord our power, according unto all the words of the prophets whom he sent unto us. And that's the story of the Israelites, all summed up in what 4 verses, right? Our people, they cry and they sigh day in and day out about the position they in, but you can't force Israel to follow the law, statutes, and commandments, no matter what you do. Like the scriptures say, hey, we are a stiff-necked people. But as you went into, brother, the remnant is here, and we have been called back to our power. And Abaratazad, in the end, we're being chosen. All right, but I just wanted to bring that out to back you up, brother. You got it.
Kabar, you got it.
I was here to back you up, but Kalai, hey, some of my people down here, hey, they follow the law while even knowing it. It said in Romans, according to Romans, they follow the law by nature.
That's right. And that recompense, like the brother was saying, hey, those curses in Deuteronomy 28, man, that's their recompense. You know, he made it easy for us. Hey, if you do this, and that, you're gonna get the blessings. And if you don't do this, and that, you're gonna get the curses, man. It was straightforward, you know. So who you see that comes down on the most? These so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You can see them curses tearing us apart. You know, you look at these heathens, you know, they got all kind of businesses. You know, I know of just one heathen down there I delivered to in the quarter. He got 10 restaurants down there in the French Quarter. You know? And here it is, Jake. We could barely get 1 or 2, you know? And when you do get it, it's gonna be shut down in a few months, you know? You know, it is curses, but these heathens, they keep, you know, flourishing. They got their own, you know, countries with their own GDP and all this kind of crap, you know. But you look at Jake shit in shambles, man. You know, falling apart, crime through the roof, you know, all kind of wickedness going on, man. You know, so hey, yeah. You know, so it fits us to a T, man. You know, like I said, everybody else, all these other nations, man, they know, but we the only ones who didn't know. You know, you go in Ishmael know who you are, man. You end up buying the fried chicken, well, no matter where it's at in the country, they know exactly who you are, man.
Hey, if I could say, brother, I just recently had a run-in with a Lebanese cat. All right, I was getting, you know, my tire change or whatever, and he seen my necklace, you know, which I had the menorah on them, and he was like, "What is that? What is that?" Like basically asking me, "What do I know about that?" You know, and I told him, "Hey, you know, I'm a Jew or whatever," just kind of like brushing him off, and he was like, "No, you're not." But he was pretty much picking my brain, you know. So once I told him, I'm like, "Hey, bro, the real Jews of the Bible are Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans," and I can see it on his face, the shock that I knew that. Right? And it was crazy because he was like, he spoke, you know, broken English, but what I got from him was basically those small hats that's over there right now, you know, they overtook our land, you know. But you understand that Yahweh Bahasham Yahshai put them over there, but he knew that they weren't supposed to be there. And he was surprised that I knew that. But you got it, bro.
That's good. Yeah. We got to get that Psalms 83 now.
I was just about to say that's it right there.
That's it right there.
I was about to say it's the reason why, because you know we got enemies. Straight to the point. You know, and as long as we on the low, they on the top. You know, it's just that simple, man. You know, as long as they keep us in the darkness, steady feeding us this bullshit, you know, hot sausage, pork, and shrimp, crab, and lobster, and all this kind of bull, you know, they figuring, hey, we can keep these niggas in the dark. We can keep these wetbacks in the dark, man. You know, let's keep supplying these, you know, these Native Americans alcohol, you know, and drugs, man. Let's keep them in a stupor, man. You know, so we can stay on top. And like I said, it's gonna get right into it. 83, man. Psalms 83. You can start from the top.
All right. This Psalms 83, verse 1. Keep not thou silence, O power. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
Yeah. And these enemies are ours. Everybody outside the nation of Israel are our enemies, man. You know, and it's just that simple. You know, and you know, they consulted, man. They say, hey, look, you know, they all got together and say, look, how can we keep these people down, man? You know, let's hide all the artifacts, man. Let's go and paint our likeness on these images. You know, let's pump drugs in their neighborhood and the guns. You know, let's feed them NWA and all kind of, you know, BS, hip hop, you know, gangster rap, you know, and that's what they did.
And I want to say this too. Why do you think that when these leaders have these world, you know, these world leaders have these meetings, Jake is not represented at all in any of them meetings?
Mm-mm. No, when they always got some old dirty scumbag Edomite up there. You know, when it's for America, they don't have a so-called Negro up here for African Americans and nothing like that. You know, it's just an Edomite, and all he has is America, and that's it. And it says, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. Yeah, they hate you and they lift up their head, man. They look at us in disgust, man. You know, it's like, oh, look at these so-called Negro, Latino, and African Americans. They ain't nothing but garbage, man. Look at them, they low lives of the earth. You know, but the whole time they know who exactly we are.
Yep.
Who we are, man.
Tumult too in the Strongs.
Mm-hmm.
This is the word tumult, H1993. It says, by implication, to be in great commotion or tumult, to rage, to war, moan, clamor. Right? And they made war with us. With all those things that you brothers brought out, you know, with the alcohol, the cigarettes, the abominations, that's an act of war. You know, but our people don't see that. With the rap culture, it starts with the psyche, right? To break down the mind. You know, once you break down the mind of a person, you basically got them beat. You know,
yeah, once they started destroying that temple, man.
That's right.
Everything else coming easy.
It's as prescribed to the book of Judith, you know.
Hey, I was holding that.
You got that? Okay, pull it. You got it. You got it.
You got it.
Okay, God. It's Judith chapter 5. I'm gonna start at verse 17. And it says, and whilst they sinned not before their power, they prospered, because the power that hated iniquity was with them. So, like y'all said, they put all that on us because they know that if we subscribe to wickedness, then if we don't subscribe to wickedness, then we're gonna prosper in all our ways. But when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles, very sore, and were led captives into a land that was not theirs, and the temple of their power was cast to the ground, and their cities were taken by the enemies. But now are they returned to their power, and are come up from the places where they were scattered, and have possessed Jerusalem, where their sanctuary is, and are seated in the hill country, for it was desolate. Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error in this people, and they sin against their power, let us consider that this shall be their ruin.
Keep going up.
Yeah, that's smoke.
And let us go up, and we shall overcome them. But if there be any iniquity in their nation, let my Lord, hold on a second.
You got it? I'll finish it out. It says,
okay, you finish it out.
But if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them and their power before them, and we become a reproach before all the world.
Yeah.
So there's always going to be a head and a tail. If we're not the tail, we're going to be the head. And if we're the head, the heathen are going to be the tail. There is no equality. It's not in the scriptures. It doesn't exist in real life. There's no possible way that the nation Israel is going to be on top with other nations. Look at how we reproduce. Look at how we influence the world, even in wickedness. There's no way we're going to be on the top and the other nations are still going to have power. That's not That's impossible. That could never happen. You put a handful of Israelite men in any industry, any field, Jake take over, and then the women flock to Jake. So how is it going to be equality with the Israelite man on top? That don't the heathen know that. Our people don't know that. It's like trying to explain to a lion, hey, you're a lion. The other animals are afraid of you. The lion's like, no, we're all equal. The lion doesn't know he's a lion, but the lion walks in the room, the other animals just flee. Jake don't get it. Like, you're a threat, Jake. Whether you want to be or not, it doesn't matter if you shave your beard, you shave your head, you try to be the most upright, good Ned Flanders Negro. You're still a threat to the heathen. You're seed. Yep. You have the seed of Israel, which makes you a threat to every other nation, and they know that, whether you know it or not. You got it out.
Yeah, and like I say, they feed us all this stuff deliberately, man. You know, turn us against our power, man. Because like I said, everybody know the big secret or knew the big secret but us at that time, you know. But hey, all praises to YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, man. Now we know the secret now, the real secret, not no book written by no damn devil, you know. we got the biggest thing on the planet, man. You know, and we had it the whole time. But you think them people, you know, went out the way and tell us, you know, who we are? Like, let me put you to the side, man, and let you know that you God's chosen people. Who in their right mind would do it, though? I mean, you got these people bringing you all this money and making you all this money. You know, what if I go and tell them that who they are? They're going to take this money and give it and spend it amongst each other and build their own stuff up. I mean, it only makes sense. But it's all good, though. You know, because now we know what's up, and hey, y'all got to pay for that, man. You know, you got the matter of fact, you got to pay 1,000 years of hard slavery for that. You know? And Kabor, you had something, huh? You wanted to say something?
Nikolai has something.
If you got something, you got it, brother.
Now you go first, because priest, I got, hey, you gotta say this for the end, now.
You got a fire one, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. My bad.
We'll
get you at the end, then.
All right. Well, I'll just hold
I got the missile smoke.
Nuke at the end, man.
Yeah, right. You got the nuke. Okay.
This Second Esdras chapter 6 and verse, I guess I start at 55. Slakia 54. It says, and these Adam also, whom thou hast made as Lord over thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. All right, so right there, Esdras is giving you a separation of all the families of the earth. All right, we all come from Adam, but there's a separation right there. It says, all this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes. And who is the Israelites? All right. It says, as for the other people, the heathen, which also come of Adam, thou hast made, Slakim, thou hast said that they are as nothing, but be likened unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen which have been reputed, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us. Going into, what the brother said about these different corner stores selling us cigarettes, abominations, all right, tampering with the food. It says, verse 58, but we, thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and thy fervent lover, are given into their hands. Verse 59, it says, if the world be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure? All right, and just like the brother was going into, these people know exactly who we are, but why would they tell us who we are? They understand that, like Amawai brought out, it's if we're the head, they're the tail. If they're the tail, we're the head, vice versa. And ultimately the Lord has it this way, but that's another lesson in itself. You know, hey, it's a clear distinction who our people are and who the heathen are. You know, you got it, bro.
And like you're saying, man, these other nations, they ain't nothing but spit compared to us, man.
That's right.
You know, they nothing, nobody's. You know, and like you're saying, every time Jake walk in the spot, man, everybody flocks to Jake. You know, they wanna look at your clothes. They wanna know how you dance. You know, they wanna come up and try to make you laugh, make you crack a joke or something. You know, because they know Jake, we got that natural aura about us, man. You know, something that was given to us. You know, that salt. If you want to get down to it, they can tell Jake is salted, man.
Be right back, bro.
And you know, and that the heathens are, you know, nothing compared to us, man. You know, and that's what it is. And I don't know why nobody can see that, man. In our nation, you know, but you so worried about Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the so-called Chinese who are Moabites. You worry about them and Ishmael, man, so-called Arabs. You niggas so worried about them, but the main person you really want to make it is Esau, Edom, the one who dogs you out the worst. You know, who put your face all the way in the mud. You know, he hid everything from us, man. He hid everything and took everything he could. You know, and he's the main one that you niggas love so much. And like the brother brought earlier, that Stockholm syndrome. You know, he did a number on us, and here it is. You niggas love his dirty draws, man. You know, but we here to say F all that. You know, he got everything now. He got the best real estate. He got all the yachts, all the money right now. He got any and everything right now. So no, that nigga, he ain't getting that in the kingdom, man. No. You gonna be fucking poured in dirt in the kingdom, you know? So no, you can't share this kingdom that's coming with us, Esau, Edom, so-called white man. You got to be what's that, braiding and grunting again, man. You know, you gotta get to that low. You know, you dogged us out the hardest, and you got to pay double for that. You know, we can continue with if you got something by you could bring it out, and then we can get back on that Psalms 83 again.
Nah, I just wanted to add what you were saying. Jake got to be mentally sick. They looking for affirmation in reparations from Esau and so many other nations, but obviously the biggest thing is getting the reparation from the Lord, which will we striving for. What the Lord is going to give us for, you know, coming back and understanding who we are. But Jake don't want to know who they are. Jake want that. They want that that dime piece, that, you know, the bad Eve on their arm. They want, you know, 5 businesses. They want, you know, a triple income. They want 6 figures. They want all that. But
American dream.
Yeah, the American dream. They want to be like Eve. If it was back in that, they wanted that house with the white picket fence too. Like it's Jake mentally sick, and this is a obviously for us it's a no-brainer. We know what we going for, man. But you got it.
Yeah, if I could add to that, say, hey, you know, Jake, he wants that affirmation. He want to be patted on the head from a dog, pretty much. You know, someone from a heathen that's lower than you, way lower than you. But you want to be highly respected from a Edomite, the basis of all men. And this who you trying to please. And you out here, like you said, the brother, you got your tight pants on, you got your dockers on at work, being a big old coon, you know?
Hoochie daddy
trying to look good. Yeah, hoochie daddy shorts. You know? You know? And you trying to please somebody you gonna be over, man. It don't make no sense. It's madness, man. And it drives the man of the Lord crazy looking at you dumb niggas out here. And you when I say niggas, I mean all you tribes, especially you northern tribes, so-called Mexicans and Panamanians and boy, especially you so-called Hondurans over here on the North Shore. Man, y'all some good old slaves over here, man. You out here is fucking working like a dog for Esau, out here, man. And they love it. They wouldn't have it no other way, man.
If I could say, we've been at war with, with Edom since the beginning of time. All right, since we were in the womb together with this man. What make you think that's gonna change now? They have that perpetual hatred unto us, and rightfully so. We have the same hatred towards them. It's a gulf fix. Good against evil, man. Same as us.
Yeah, did E tell us, who we were? He was going all over to Israel and everywhere else, digging up the artifacts, going tracing the, in the Bible, going back, with the lineage, the timelines and all that. He knew exactly who the hell we were. Did he say, oh, well, I know exactly who y'all are, I'm going to tell y'all, and set y'all free? Fuck no. He didn't put us to rest, man.
That's right.
And refused to do it. So that's why we ain't no more talking. YAHAWASHI come back, man. The only way this man gonna understand is with violence. That's how he gets down. So that's why the Son of Man is coming back and take him down with violence, man. He don't believe in peace treaties and talking things out,
If I could say, prescribe to the book of Revelations, this man's still not gonna be right in the kingdom, bro.
God.
He's still not gonna be right, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how could you want to be friends with that, brother?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't been in fist fights, in my life. I didn't got beat up. It's like at some point you just gotta be like, all right, I can't have that same fucking attitude. Not necessarily being friends with them, but you don't keep up the same shit that got you beat up. But this man is going to continue with that same attitude, which ultimately
he's saying he'll never stop. Oh, just to back up what you're saying, you got it.
No, I was just going to say,
you got it.
It's going to result in that great bonfire. You know what I'm saying? That's prescribed in Obadiah.
Y'all
got it.
That's the only way. Yeah, that's the only way you can be able to get rid of that problem, man.
That's right.
And he's a big problem right now.
The biggest problem.
Mm-hmm. But let's see. Anybody got? I know, Kaboy. I think you got that nuke, don't you? If anybody got nothing else, I guess we can close it. Okay, you got it.
Finish up.
Pre-nuke. This is a pre-nuke scripture. This is Romans chapter 9, starting at I started 2. It says, I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart, for I wish that myself were accursed from a Mashiach, for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the law and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of the Most High and the promises. It says, Salaki, who are the fathers, and of whom, as concerning the flesh, Hamashiach came. So that's a straight to the point. All of these things pertain. The word pertain means to belong to the Israelites, and this is in the NLT version of Romans 9:4. It says, "They are the people of Israel, chosen to be the Most High's adopted children. Yahweh revealed His glory to them. He made covenants with them and gave them His law. He gave them the privilege of worshiping Him and receiving His wonderful promises." So there's no way around that, man. We're the only ones that could worship the Father in truth and spirit. That's what YAHAWASHI told the heathen woman at the well in John the 4th chapter. And we're the only people that receive His promises. The heathen, they have promises coming to them. All right, the Most High promised He would put them in slavery. He promised He would exterminate Esau. He promised that Moab would be a washpot. Or they even have promises, but they don't have the blessings, the promises of the kingdom of heaven. That's exclusive to Yasharallah. Always has been, always will be. You got it, up.
Yeah. And there ain't no way of getting around it. It don't matter how many times vocab get up there on a sit down. you know, and try to look all deep with his glasses on and all that kind of bull, you know. Like he's so sophisticated, you know. It don't matter. It don't matter who you guess you have on your show vocab. It don't matter, man. You can't get around what's written.
That's a spiritual punching bag.
Yeah, right. Yeah, glutton for punishment.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, like you're saying, he better hope eat from Israel. If not, boy, you're gonna get ran through, boy. You're gonna get shipped from plantation to plantation. You know, everybody want a piece of that back. You got it, buddy.
This Psalms 47:2. For the Lord Yahawah, the Most High is terrible. He is a great king over all the earth. He shall subdue the people under us and the nations under our feet. He shall choose our inheritance for us, the excellency of Jacob, whom he loved. Salah.
Ooh,
Salah.
Yeah. You know, it said we're gonna all sit down and have a good time in the kingdom. We all gonna sit down at the same table. You know, we eat lamb shoulders, you know, laugh and drink wine together. No, it said all our enemies, man. Everybody who gave us a damn problem, man. Everybody who came up against Israel, y'all gonna get that work, man.
That's right. So like to add right quick, like I said, in verse 3, and the nation should be under our feet. You know, previous to us opening the video, like the brother Kabab mentioned, you know, steppers. Y'all gonna be getting we gonna be the big steppers in that day. Literally.
The biggest steppers.
The biggest, even though, you know, we still stepping right now, but come on, in the kingdom, come on. We're gonna have to find a new word for stepping. Stepping, we gotta find something better than that.
Big stompers. No, just that's right.
Right.
Good.
I got a precept.
Good.
This the book of Sirach, chapter 25, verse 7. It says, "There be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy, and the 10th will I utter with my lips. A man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy." Hey, what to say, man, it's a beautiful thing to see this devil going down. It's a beautiful thing to be a part of, you know, chanting this devil down, man. You know, this is something that our people, you know, ever since we got our wits about ourselves just a slight bit over here in the Americas, they've been trying to do this for so long, you know, which the Lord gave us that privilege of being a part of. You know, the Martin Luther Kings, the Malcolm X's, which those people were set up, you know, the Nat Turners, these different people, you know, the moral behind the story, whether they was wicked or not, they wanted to take this devil down. All right. And hey, we living it. We not only seeing it, but we living it. All right. We're in the midst of it. But you got,
but if I could add to saying right quick, like I said, I know y'all brothers seen the movie Friday, obviously, but we in the midst of right now of watching Debo get busted in the head with that brick.
That's right.
That's right. What we waiting on.
That's right. That's right.
Now, the fight happening right now. You know, we got Craig in there. He getting busy with Debo right now, but know what's gonna be at the end of this movie.
That final blow.
Yeah, and it ain't gonna be no brick. It's gonna be them things. You know, them eyes. Well,
the thermonuclear ICBM missiles. That's right.
ICBMs.
Yeah. That's what that brick gonna be, busting over Debo's head. And you Debo.
Good. And like I say, it's a beautiful thing to be able to witness it, man. Because I know when I was like in my teens and early 20s, I used to sit and think, I'm like, man, this motherfucker always gonna be over us, you know, forever. You know, working on jobs, and you know, it just hit me. I'm like, damn, this fucking white boy always gonna be over me, you know. But it's like I say, it's good to see now. You know, back then I couldn't even see it then. Like, man, this man ain't never gonna go down. You know,
that's how a lot of our people think. I had this Jake I used to work with. I just asked him one day randomly. I was like, you think our people ever come back into power? He said no. I'm like, man,
Damn.
Like, that's a horrible feeling to really believe in your mind that your people will never be on top ever again. That's going to completely alter the way you move. It's going to change the way you view yourself, your brother, your sons.
Right.
Like you don't think you ever going to be in power. How are you going to raise your son to be a king?
That's
You through.
You always going to submit. Yeah. Whatever this man say, you ain't going to put up a fight, man. Like, what's the point?
Yeah.
You know? Like the brother brought the precept out, man. Hey, it's good to see them in dire straits right now, man. It's good to see them out there begging for money on the sidewalk, on the sidewalk, want to wash your windshield, you know, out there doped out his mind. And the woman too, and the Edomite woman. It's good to see her begging for money too, man, begging for change. You know? You know, kicking, you know, I had my ass kicked, but none like my, you know, my pops and especially like my grandpops now, man. When this devil was in his prime kicking their ass, man. You know? I remember the story my grandpa was telling me about his daddy, how he had dinner so dirty. And after that, man, it just lit some in my spirit. That was back fucking 10, 15 years ago.
That's right.
I'm like, man, this man is a piece of shit, you know? But here it is. It's good to see him finally going down, man. His economy crumbling. You know, crime through the roof, his infrastructure failing. You know, this place about to go belly up any moment now, man. And it's a beautiful thing to see.
And might I add, it speaks to the amount of faith that you have to prophesy the downfall of your enemy's kingdom when it was in the height of it. Like, think about our apostles and then the men that came before them. They were prophesying the downfall of this kingdom before the things that we're seeing now happen. That takes a great amount of faith just to do that.
That's right.
Good. Right. Good. I mean, Kabara, if you want to pull the smoke, I guess we could hold on. Let's ride that Psalms 83 out down to verse 6, I believe, and then we'll end it on you, Kabara.
Con. It's Psalm 83 and verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones.
Yeah, and they have taken that crafty counsel, whether it's in the World Economic Forums, you know, the Bilderberg groups, you know, Club of Rome, whatever the case may be, man. You know, what's that other one, Bohemian Grove?
Yep.
You know, they all taking that crafty counsel, man. Yeah, they setting policy and what they gonna do for the masses. But they really, you know, tuning in how they gonna get Jake. You know, what they gonna do to knock you off your pivot, to keep you down in the dark and clueless. All right, you got that.
You too.
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
Kind of, they did cut us completely out from being a nation, man. They said, let's give these niggas civil rights, man. Let's tell them we all the same. You know, they forgot about how we had their ass in chains. You know, now let's just say, you know what? Let's just say we sorry, and have these niggas eating at the same restaurants with us. That'll shut them up, man. You know, we'll call them. We ain't gonna call them colored no more. We'll call them Negroes. That'll make, you know, that'll keep them quiet for a while. You know.
We also gonna set up a man named Obama to give us a false hope that we can make it.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we change.
Good. Yeah, and they did consult against the hidden ones, man. Who was hidden us?
Yep.
We was hidden, man. We didn't know who the hell we are. You know?
I got something.
Okay, come on, we'll get at that. We're gonna get the brother finish this out. You go to verse 4.
I'll refer 4 again.
Oh, 5. Select.
Okay, for they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. Verse 6.
And they all consulted together, man. They had this one big council, all the heathens, you know, outside the nation of Israel, man. They all got together and said, look, this shit got to stop. You know, whatever we got to do, to keep these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans down. We got to do it together, and we got to stick together and do it, man. That's the only way we're gonna come up, you know. And they did that, and look at us now. You can go ahead. We'll go to verse 7, and then we'll get Kaliah. Then after that, Kabor, and finish it out.
The tabernacles of Edom and
Yeah,
the
the first
Ishmaelite.
one. The main one, numero uno, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the first one. You know, he's the head honcho of all this shit. You know, you got it.
And the Ishmaelites,
so-called Arabs
of Moab, and the
so-called
Hagarenes,
Chinese, so-called Hamites,
Gibal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre.
So you got the Hamites, so-called Japanese, and the so-called, well, they want to be Jews, Amalek, you know, the tiny hats, you know. That's who all against us. So yeah, even though Amalek like to act like they ain't involved, they right in the midst of it too, man. The tiny hats, you know.
They the worst of the heathen.
Yep.
Yeah. They the one finance the whole bullshit, you know.
Yeah.
They the ones they should be calling pockets, you know. They the one named pockets, you know.
If I could say really quick, Amalek, I had experience with Amalek back in the world, again, prior to this truth. But it was just something about this one Amalek that like he was basically coming at my neck with, you know, just real aggressive. And I'm wondering why, like, bro, I don't even know you. Like, what's wrong? But coming to find out he's Jewish. And like I said, it was just some type of hatred that he had towards me to talk to me real reckless. And like I said, at that point in time, I didn't understand. But now, obviously, I understand.
Because he knew. Yeah.
He knew.
They hate us because they ain't us.
Hey, pretty much. You got yours, Kaliah.
This the book of Psalms, chapter 64. And I'm gonna say this. The title of this chapter in my scriptures, it says David prays against a conspiracy. And I just want to get that in a quick Google search. It says conspiracy, a secret plan by a group to do something unlawful or harmful. All right. This is I'm gonna just get straight to the point. Verse 2, it says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. Then say, who shall see them? Because, hey, real quick, hey, they don't think that the Lord watching us. They think we forsaken as a people. Hey, but as we understand, the angels are recording everything that these devils do on a personal level, you know, with different things that brothers go through on a daily basis to a worldwide scale. All right. It says, last verse, it says, verse 6, they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, meaning, hey, they fully understand how people operate. They know what make us tick. They know what make us, you know, go off. They know how to get us in our power. And quite frankly, I'm gonna say this: they did a beautiful job of doing that. All right, they know exactly what the fuck take Jake, you know, off his rocker. You know,
yeah, the wicked so-called white man. Yeah, the wicked is so-called white man. Like you're saying, the Most High, he knew exactly what nation to do to get Jake. You know, this man, like he sit here and study people, man. He all about trends, you know, spending habits, you know, getting all kind of information. You know, so like the brother was going into, he know exactly what Jake liked. what Jake don't like, what Jake gonna spend money on mostly. You know, he run all the numbers on that, and he used it all to his advantage. You know, to keep his foot on our neck. You know,
perfect devil.
gun, and he knew exactly to go straight at our women, man. He knew exactly that's Jake kryptonite right there.
That's right.
So he definitely went after her and said, "Look, you gotta get these kids out the damn house if you want these benefits from me." You know. Then he put it in the music industry. He came out with Destiny's Child, Independent and all this kind of BS. Instead of destroying the mind, feminism. So he did all that bull, man. So he got a lot to pay for in that council, in them secret councils. You got it.
If I could say, man, I was just literally thinking about that. I think a brother posted in the WhatsApp something dealing with Beyonce, and she went from to her man, all right, to the man catering to her. And that, as we bringing this out, it just dawned on me that was the perfect way to get that influence, into Jake's mind. Like I say, they come speaking as a lamb, but in the end, what? They are as a dragon.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna finish out the latter end of this verse, verse 6. It says, both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. Hey, y'all got it, bro.
Good. Hey, Kabar, the floor is yours, brother.
Anybody got something else before I start?
Going to hit that red button, huh?
God. Now, scripture, I'm gonna bring out this back to the point where no matter what, the Lord is only dealing with the Israelites, man. Only.
Right.
All right. This 2 Samuel 7, verse 22, starting at verse 22. Wherefore thou art great, O Lord, power, for there is none like thee, neither is there any power besides thee, according to all that we have heard with our ears. And what one nation in the earth is like thou people, even like Israel? I mean, what other nations have the salt like the Israelites, man? All right. If you see, if you do see other nations having that salt, not 10 times out of 10, they're Jake, man. All right. In whom the Most High went to redeem for a people to himself, and to make him a name, and to do for you great things and terrible for thy land, before thy people, which thou redeemest to thee from Egypt, from the nations and their power and their gods. Was it's back up to the point where the brother had made earlier, like what other nations he saved out of Egypt? All right. It was only the Moses and the rest of the Israelites, man. All right. All right, this is the point. Verse 24. For thou hast confirmed to thyself thy people Israel to be a people unto thee forever, and thou, Lord, are become their power. Which, man, this backs up the point. The Lord dealing was back then, he dealing was now, and the Lord will deal was forever, man.
All right.
And say, thou hast confirmed, Lord put a stamp on that, man.
God.
That's it.
God. Like I said, forever.
Forever, ever.
I'm gonna say real quick. When you read verse 23, he says, "And to make him a name, he made himself famous by destroying the heathen and delivering his people out of the hands of the heathen." That's how he became famous. That's how. That's those Israelites. That's their God is YAHAWAH. Because at that time, you had all these Hamite gods, niggas worshiping falcons, a nigga with a falcon for a head and a nigga body. They were worshiping anything. The Lord said, "Look, I'm the actual living power, and I'm going to prove that by delivering my people from these heathen." He made a name with Israel.
Good. And Egypt was popping back then.
Yeah. Egypt's still popping today. The new Egypt.
Good, right?
About to do? He's about to make a name by destroying this place.
That's right.
And to back you up on what you're saying, like that's true, because we're still talking about that destruction of Egypt and the deliverance of his people to this day.
To this day,
thousands of years later.
God. Yeah. Hey, good point. Hey, if anybody got anything else, man, we can go ahead
Since
and
he
close
said
out.
that, I gotta
You
get
got
this real
you.
quick.
Oh, you got it. You got
Real
it.
quick. Jeremiah 16 and 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that it shall no more be said, Yahweh liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, but Yahweh bahasham YAHAWASHI liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north. So that's going to be the new Passover. It's going to be a new name. YAHAWASHI is going to get a new name, man.
Good. Like I say, hey, how we talked about, still talking about Egypt to this day. We're gonna be talking about how he blew up the northern country, man. How he blew this bitch to pieces. You know, forever and ever. It's gonna be in the records forever and ever. We're gonna steady talk about it, man. Lord, we wanna be able to be in them chairs and look down and see this bitch burn to a crisp, man. You know, but hey, if that's it, brother, we can go and get out of here then. All right, well, hey, we pray this video was edifying, and to the sinners of y'all can, man, keep pushing. Before we get out of here, we're going to give all praises and glory to Yahawah,
bahasham
YAHAWASHI, the bonus to the apostles of the great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the sons of Yakin, man. Shalawam.
Shalawam.
Baba Ball.
Baba. That's right.
Keep your teeth white. Baba Ball, keep your teeth white.
Karen.